thing is it finds out the shortest path. That's very important. Okay, it finds out the shortest path. Then this Dijkstra's algorithm can be implemented for undirected graph also and for directed graph also. Now what happens in an exam? In exam, generally they are going to give you the directed graph only. Not undirected graph, but a directed graph only they are going to give you. But what we'll do? We'll figure out, obviously you can see very clearly it is a directed graph. So what does it find? It finds the shortest path. Where do you think this will become very useful? When you want to figure out how, okay, you need to go from city to city, okay, you need to move from particular city to city with minimum cost. That's very important here. You have to go with minimum cost. Okay, with minimum cost, how well you will be able to go from city to city or from one country to another country. If you live in Europe, you can visit all the countries in Europe. There are close to around 20, 30, 28, 30 countries in Europe. How we can visit all the countries in Europe with minimum cost? Okay, with minimum cost. So it's an optimization problem. Optimization means something which you are trying to figure out the best possible solution. So it all comes under the technique called as greedy technique. Okay, so it comes under your greedy technique. That's what you're trying to figure out here. Okay, now I told you very clearly, you need to figure out the shortest path. Okay, how we are going to do? Very simplest of procedure. See, when I'm teaching you the simplest of procedure. When I'm making you to write an exam, there are step-by-step procedures. Okay, if I do that, again, it is not a place where you will sort of enjoy. Okay, because for exam, you have to write step-by-step procedure. You need to write, keep an algorithm with you, and you need to write a step-by-step procedure. For lab, no need for step-by-step procedure. You need to just trace it like how it is being given here. This is a lab program. Think about it. Okay, it is a lab program. So the few things that you got to keep in mind here. How you think it can work? First thing, okay, you need to check whether they themselves have given the source. Have they given the source in this problem? No, they have not given the source. But I think, I don't know how many of you observed, the question which are sent for your internals clearly says, please take a source as so and so, so and so. Okay, that is there. That is there when it comes to your what? In your internal problem. In internal problem, they clearly say, please take this source. Here they have not mentioned. If they are not mentioned, the problem is easy. If they are mentioned also, then it is easy. Okay, a few things to be kept in mind. Have they mentioned the source? No. If they have not mentioned the source, what is my step? Take any point as your source. Take anything as your source. So can I take anything? Yes, you can take anything. But generally what we'll take, we'll generally take the one that we like, right? So which is towards the left hand side of it. What is there in the left hand side of it? The A. We take from there. And what is the next thing I need to do? The next thing I need to sort of make sure is I need to visit all nodes. Okay, I need to visit all nodes. You can see very clearly, I told you, you need to visit all cities with minimum cost. It's not like, okay, you visit only one city and say, hey, I've reached destination with minimum cost. This is the best solution. No, you need to go to every place, but the amount of cost should be minimum. Go to every place, but minimum cost. That's very important. Okay, that is very important here. What's the next thing? So visit all the nodes, very important. Okay, now have they given the weights? Yes. Is it a directed graph? Yes. So everything is fine for us. Okay, everything is fine. We don't have to worry about anything right here. So what is a way of doing this? The way of looking into it or way of doing it is very simple. Okay, we have already solved one problem in the previous session because it was long time ago. We are going once again, okay, with the same old flow. First thing is I'm going to take A as my source. Okay, I'm going to take A as my source. So let's look into this. Okay, if I take A as my source, see, I'm going with a very easy explanation of it. But when you are writing in exam, you have to go step by step procedure. You have to write that step by step 2, like that. Here I'm not doing that because this is not notes, right? It's for your understanding. So know the difference between things. When I'm teaching you, I'm teaching the most simplest of form of understanding of a problem. But when you're writing it in exam, you have to write the way exam needs to be written, because all these things come for 10 marks. 8 to 10 marks, not less than that. So I have to go step by step procedure. And it's always a good thing that if you have time, you write an algorithm also. Then the examiner will not have a single place that you can cut marks. Okay, see, you should think like that. See the question and think, what and all I can write for this. Okay, what is my best possible presentable answer? That should be the thinking. Otherwise, very tough. Okay, that should way you need to think. And this is the right time. Okay, you know what has really happened in your third sem. Okay, that too with idiotic subjects like software engineering and what was the other one, the DC, such things. DC is now, right? Okay, that other theory subject. Okay, that should not happen in here. You need to make sure that okay, you're getting it everything correct. There were 2, 3 subjects there, okay, which I still don't understand in third sem how you people have come across as such very less amount of results. Your subject like software engineering, where majority of you have failed. You have a subject like data structures, ridiculous. And of course, the most important or baffling thing is maths. M3 is, I think, easier one compared to M2. First, M2 you didn't had any exam and all, but M3, no, I don't know really what really happened. Okay, those things should not happen. Make sure that fourth sem you take it seriously. Otherwise, I'm saying the class strength will decrease drastically, and you don't want to be in that drastic decrease places. Okay, that should not happen. Okay, now let's look into this. Let's look into this. What is the first thing? I've taken A as my source. Okay, so what are the other nodes that are connected? Okay, the other nodes that are connected directly. Okay, there are 2 nodes that are connected. One is B, correct? No, is it B connected? No. The B is not connected. How do you say B is not connected? Very simple. From B, A is connected. From A, only one thing is connected, which is nothing but D. Okay. Is there anything that is connected? No. Okay. Is there anything that is connected here? No. 1 second. I'm getting a call. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you're back. Again, see the fees related things. Okay. They keep on calling from, office. You try to see Wonderla has not paid the fees. Please pay the fees. If not, you know what they will do. Okay. So that's a call from there. I know asking. So I told them to cut the call. Okay. Anyway, we'll see the later. Make sure that you're doing it. Otherwise, you know what they will do. Okay. Certain things are not in my hand. Okay. You tell your HOD also, she'll also say the same thing. With you, she may talk like that, like this and all, but at the end, she'll tell, no, you follow higher official orders. Make sure that you people are following the orders that's been given. Okay. Yeah. So let's look into this. Okay. What are the things to be kept in mind? First and foremost, A to D. Is that the only thing connected? Yes. So I'm going to write that is my D. Okay. Only things that are there is with regard to this, right? So I'm going to write that only A to D is connected. And what is the cost with regard to it? It's 7. Is there anything that is connected directly for A? No. Okay. So what do you do? And what is the other things that you have connected? You cannot say B is connected, C is connected and all. They are not directly connected. That you got to keep in mind. Okay. They are not directly connected. So that you need to make sure that they are not directly connected. Okay. So let me go back again. What is the next thing? So obviously I need to choose A to D only. Okay. So can I choose A to D? What I'll be writing? You will be having a like this, And from there, you are going to D like this. Okay. And from A to D, what is the cost I'm getting? I'm getting cost as 7. Okay. From A to D. So what I can do now? I can come back here very clearly. I can write that D right here. Okay. From D, I can write, and you need to make sure that I need to check for all the possible connections from D. From D, what and all places I can go? I can go to B. Okay. What is the cost of it? 2. Okay. From D, I can even go to C. Look into this. I can even go to C. Good. What is the cost of it? 5. Okay. Cost of it is nothing but equal to 5. So this was chosen in the first step, not a problem. Okay. Now you see from D, B is there, C is there. What is the minimum? I know you have to always keep in mind. You need to think of these numbers as weights or costs. Most importantly, cost. So you need to go for minimum cost. So from D to B. Okay. D to B is the minimum cost for me. See this very clearly. Okay. D to B. So I'm going to choose that. If I choose that, obviously it is going to be like this. Don't write like how I'm writing. You need to write it neatly. Okay. That should be the case. From 7 to B, if you go 7 plus 2, obviously you are going to get 9. The cost of it when you go there. Okay. Now you check. There's one more thing that you got here. That is with regard to B. From B, you can go to A. If you go to A, you will end up in a cycle. Okay. You will end up in a cycle. You would have reached A, you started with A, you have gone with A. What about C and E? Okay. You have not reached C and E only. It's like, there are 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 cities, but you have reached only 1, A to D, D to B, 3 cities. And then you have gone back home. Okay, what about the 2 cities? Okay. You have to reach all the cities. I told you very clearly, you need to reach all the nodes. So that you got to keep in mind. Okay. So from B, I'll be writing that also. B to A. What's the cost? It is 3. Okay. But okay. This I'll not be choosing because of the cycle part. Okay. Next thing. Next thing is I am going and checking for what the other aspect of it. What is other aspects? From B, what is the other thing I have? The other thing I have is with regard to C. So I'm going to choose, write that also with regard to, and what is the cost of it? 4. See, I'm not directly choosing C. I need to check whether D to C is better, whether B to C is better, like that. From B to C, what is the cost I get? 4. So is it my right thing? Okay, which is my right thing for me? My right thing would be with regard to choosing this one. So I'm telling you very clearly why I'm not choosing A. If I choose A, I'm going to reach back to my source without visiting C and E. Okay, so that you got to keep in mind. So I need to go from B to C with regard to 4. So can write that. Okay, from B to C I am going to reach. Okay, B to C I reach. And what is the cost of it? 9 was there plus 4 you use. So this will become 13. Okay, it will become 13. Now you need to do one more thing. From C, where and all you can reach? I think there is only one place that you can reach from C. What is that only one place where you can reach from, C to E? That's all. Is there any other thing that you can go? Okay, there's no other thing that you can go. This is a directed graph. You can't go backward and all. Okay, this is a directed graph. You can check. There's only one thing. It is E. And what is the cost of it? It is 6. So can I go back? Yes, easily I can go back for this. Okay, I can easily go for this. And what is the cost that you are supposed to get? You are going to get E like this. So from 13 plus 6, it will become 19. Okay, it will become sort of 19 here. Now you just check A, D, B, C, E. Did I reach all the nodes? Okay, did I reach all the nodes? Yes. So what is my way of path? It is nothing but A, then D I went, then B I went, then C, then E. The minimum cost of visiting all my cities, that is equal to 19. Can very clearly see, okay, how it has came from A to D 7, D to B, it came up to from A, D, B 9, A, D, B, C 13, A, D, B, C, E 19. Okay, I've reached everything. This is my shortest path. Among this entire all these paths, which I choose, this one I choose. And what is that? It is of minimum cost. What is this? This is nothing but my Dijkstra's algorithm. Okay, this you got to keep in mind. Of course, for this, when you're writing for exam, there are certain steps. Step 1 like this, step 2 like this. That we got to need to take care. Okay. Now we'll take one more problem. What is that one more problem we are going to take? One more problem is with regard to, once again, we are going to take a problem which is big. Okay. When I say big, it is a problem which, what is the time here? Okay. Now see what, what is the problem we are going to take? I'm going to take a problem which is big, which is which will be having too many loops under. Okay, so how do you think it will be? And just by looking at it, probably you will understand that maybe you have seen it somewhere. Okay, we'll solve it, then you will get to know where you have seen it and all. Okay, or smart enough people will get to know that this problem, okay, they have already seen it somewhere, and this is becoming very important. So let me check this problem. How many nodes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 0 to 1, then 1 to 4, like this. Okay, see, you have to go start from here and you have to end it like in between, gap should not be there. I am doing like this because there are certain constraints of writing it, okay, using your online tools. So make sure that you people are not doing it, okay, when you're doing it in your pen, pencil and all. Need to write directly, neatly. So this is 20. So let me have from, so 15 is there here, very fine. Then you have 20. Then there's one more right here like this. Okay, and what is it? It is 45. This is 35, and from 4 to this is 30. Okay, let me check if I've written all the things, or if I missed out any. Yeah, this one I have missed out. I'll tell you where the problem is. The problem, if you go and look properly in the assignment questions which I've sent you, this problem is there under Dijkstra's algorithm. Okay, so only I told you that this problem is very important. Why this problem is looking important? Because you can see it's a big problem. Okay, it's a very big problem. And what is the other difference that you need to make sure? The other difference they clearly say is this: you figure out the shortest path. Okay, we figure out the shortest path. Okay, and they are saying, please make sure that your source is equal to 5. Okay, so they themselves are given the source, and they're even saying, please make sure that your destination is equal to 0. Okay, so two things they have told, extra things which you have not learned till now. For this, there are certain things to be kept in mind. Okay, especially the ones which I used to keep on saying that the rating steps, step 1, step 2, like that, which you are going to see will become very important here. Okay, especially after 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 steps. After 3 or 4 steps, after 4 steps, you reach a point where you have to use your head to go and do this problem. Otherwise, majority of the students will go wrong there. Okay, majority of the students will go wrong there, so that you got to keep in mind. Okay, so if they give this, okay, if they give these sort of problems and all, see, when I'm sending you the model answers, I'll be giving you all those things. Okay, obviously the first thing that you got to do according to the algorithm, if you keep on doing the digital algorithm, okay, first you need to write what is known as the adjacency matrix. What is adjacency matrix? You must be knowing by now. Okay, from you write like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then towards again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 to 0, What is a path? Okay, it is 0. We don't have anything. Okay, 0 to 1. If there is a direct path, you write it like that. Okay, 15. 0 to 2. If there is a direct path, is there a direct path? Yes. 0 to 3. Now you see this, from 0 to 3, there is no direct path. So we don't know what is that. So we write infinity. Okay. So when I'm sending you the model answers with regard to algorithm, I'll send you. But understanding of a problem, the tracing of a problem, or finding a solution of a problem don't require all of this. Okay. Don't require all of this. So we'll be seeing that later part of it. Okay. So let's not worry about this now. Okay. You must be knowing adjacency matrix, writing adjacency matrix and all. So I don't think so it will be a problem. Okay. So let me now go back and sort of look into what is the things to be done. Okay. So this is the input they have given. Please keep this in mind that this is the input they have given. Okay. Very clear input. The source is given. The destination is also given. Now my job is to make sure that I from 5. They are told 5 only. So you need to start from 5. I can't go somewhere else on that. Okay. From 5. I am going to reach what is known as 0. One thing I have to keep in mind is I need to make sure that I'm visiting all the nodes. That is where majority of the students will go wrong. So that you got to keep in mind. Okay. So let's start. What is my source? My source. Be careful with the wordings which I'm going to use. Okay. I'm going to use this as my source. Okay, this as my source. The next things to be kept in mind. Okay, the next, what are the things to be kept in mind? If there are source like this, I need to figure out what is the remaining vertices. Okay, first I need to figure out remaining vertices. All these things will be there in the notes, which I'm going to send. Okay, source is nothing but my 5, no doubt in that. Remaining vertices, can I write what is the remaining vertices? I'll come from what is known as a order. Okay, I'll come in some sort of an order here. So if I come in some sort of an order, what is the remaining vertices? Remaining vertices of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Any doubts in that? No. Okay. Then the most important part. What is that most important part? You need to figure out what is the cost under. You need to figure out what is the minimum cost under. Okay, that we are anyway going to see later. Okay, what is the name or heading and all I'm going to give anyway later. Okay, then you need to choose what is known as the vertex chosen. The vertex whichever you are going to choose, that you need to mention here. Okay, and then you need to mention, is there anything to be written here? There's one thing that you can write here. What is that? Very simple. Okay, very simple. What is the cost incurred? For going for this vertex chosen, what is the cost incurred? Okay, so this is the first step. This is the first step. Obviously, nothing will be there in the first row because I have not chosen any row here. Okay, nothing will be there. Cost will also be nothing. Okay, here also it will be nothing. Now, the next time, be careful with this. See, I need a very big screen to, sort of work upon all these things. Okay. So make sure that please, zoom in if you can't see and all. Okay. So let me look into this now. See the cost, everything. Now, from 5, where and all I need to go? There is only one place I can go. What is that? 3. Is there any other place I can go? No, not at all possible. So I can go from 5 to 3, correct? Is there any other place? No. So 5 to 3 only I can go. What will be the remaining vertices? 0, 1, 2, 4. Correct? Okay. What is the cost? You need to make sure that you need to figure out what is the cost under. Okay. What is the chosen vertex? First of all, it is 3. What is the cost I get from 4, 5 to 3? I get, what is the cost? It is 4. Okay. It is 4 only. So I written that very clearly without any problem. Is there any other things that I can go? That's very important. You need to figure out that. Okay. Is there any other things I can go? I'm going to tell few things here. Okay. From 5, where and all I can go? Can I go to directly before I choose 3? Can I go with regard to 0? From 5 to 0 directly. Okay. Is there a possibility for me? there is no possibility. It is, with regard to minimum value that you can go. Okay, what are the things that I can go from here to here? I can go from here to 0, okay, with some sort of cost. I don't know what is the cost, so I'm going to write as infinity. Okay, I don't know what it is, so I'm going to write it as infinity. Okay, so from 0, t of 0, I can clearly say, okay, if I need to go from, if the distance to 0 is very much infinity. Okay, then for, the remaining vertices, distance of 1. What is the distance if I can reach with regard to 1? Okay, see, I've already chosen 3. So what will be there? From here to here, 4. And obviously here to here, it is 10. Now, some people may be asking, why? What about 0 and all? See, I've only chosen 3. From 3, can I go to 0? No. So only I've put infinity. From 3, can I go to 1? Yes, I can go there. So I will be put the distance with regard to 1 is equal to 14. Because 3 I've already chosen. That you got to keep in mind. Okay. 3 is already chosen from my side. So yeah, 5 was my source. 3 was already chosen from my place. Okay. So 1 I can easily go. Then from 3, where and all I can go? I can go to 4 also, correct? I can go to 4 also. See, from 3 I can go to 4 also. But what about 2? From 3, can I go to 2? No. Can I directly go to 2? That's very important. Can I directly go to 2 here? No. So can write this as, d of 2 is also equal to infinity. Okay. D of 4, obviously, don't write 3 again. Okay. 3 is already chosen. Then 4 is equal to, what is the cost that you can incur? 39. What is 39? Look into this. From here to here, it is 4. From here to here, 4 plus 5, 35. Okay. 4 plus 35, 39. Okay, this is very important. This is what I told you that you're supposed to write even for other problems also. Okay, but there's no need for it here because they have given source, destination and all. Here you got to be very careful. So only I've given this as an internal problem. Okay, so that you get used to the worst case scenarios always. Worst case, if you are able to figure out, then if you get an easy problem, you will easily do it. Okay. So let me, this is done. Okay, this is with regard to done. Two things I have chosen from, okay, two things I have chosen. What are two things I have chosen? First thing is with regard to my source, then the next node 3. Then from 3, okay, then from 3, from here itself I can figure out what is my next, source would be. How? Very simple. Just look into the previous this column. See, there's a name for this column. I'm going to tell you later at the last part. Okay. This is the last part. I'm going to tell you the name of it. Probably you must be doing all other things. Not a problem. So from 5, 3 I've gone. From 3, where I can go? Just look into this. Just look into this. Which is having minimum? This is all with regard to the next node only. Which is having minimum? 14. Infinity you can't choose. 39 you can't choose. Which is minimum? 14. I can go for 14, yes. So you got 5, 3. Where I go to 14 means it is nothing but 1. Correct? Yes. Then what is the remaining vertices? 0. Don't write 1 again. Okay. Don't be that stupid. You have already chosen 1 here. So 5, 3, 1. Then you got 2. Then you got 4. Can I go and do that? Okay, I've gone for 1 also now. Okay, I've gone for 1 also. Now, what is the node that was chosen? I can write that. Okay, the vertex that was chosen was equal to 1. Correct? Okay, what is the cost that you get? 4 plus 10. What is the cost that incurred? 14. Correct? No doubt in that. Okay, now what's the next thing? I need to from 1, where and all I can go. That I can figure out from. Not just 1, I need to not just from 1, I need to figure out right from 5. Okay, right from 5, where and all I can go. Can I go from 5 to 0? Anywhere directly. From 1 I can go to 0. Can I go from 1 to 0 directly here? No direct. There's no direct edge only. So can I write directly that D or else here D of 0 is still infinity. Okay, it is not still infinity only. Then with regard to D of 2, only for these nodes only I am figuring out this. Keep that in mind. Okay, only for these nodes only I'm figuring out, because next time I need to go there now. So I'll need to plan. This is called planning stage. See, if I'm moving from, think like this. I'm moving from Bangalore to Chennai. Before, going to Chennai, I'll plan right from Chennai where I need to go. Which is my nearest city from Chennai? Probably, the cities with regard to the coastal region. Okay. Or if I'm going from, Bangalore to Hyderabad, then from Hyderabad, what is the cost to Chennai? So like that, I need to plan. Before itself, I'll be planning it, right? So from Bangalore to Chennai. Chennai ke baad, where I should go. That is what you see right here. Okay, there's a name for it. There's a mathematical equation that you get here. I'll see that later. Okay, I'm telling it first in simple words. Now you can see D of 0 is nothing but equal to infinity. Okay, next thing. From D of 2, I need to figure out. So where I can see, I've already reached this path. I've already crossed this path. What is the path? This is the path. So this entire path, from here anywhere I can go to 2. Yes, directly I can go to 2 here. From 1 I can go directly to 2 here like this. Without any problem I can go. Can I write that distance of 2 is nothing but equal to, see, from 1 till here it is 4, 14. So next 15. So what is going to happen? 29. You can count easily, you can get it. Next with regard to D of 4. Where is 4? 4 is here. Okay. Can I go directly? Of course I can go. See, from 1 I can directly go to 4. So count that. Till here it was 14. You can see very clearly it was 14. 14 plus 20, 34. Obviously I can write that also. Now among this, which is minimum? You got infinity, you got 29, you got 34. Which is minimum? You need to choose minimum only. Okay, so among all these things, the one that is minimum is nothing but 29, correct? Okay, it's nothing but 29 only. That is only the minimum aspect of it. So that you got to keep in mind here. Okay, so can I go and sort of look into that? Yes, you can go right here and write directly that my next thing that I need to figure out here is, one second. Okay, so what is my next thing? Next thing is, what is the next thing I'm going to choose? 5, then 1 over, then the next easy of thing is 2. Okay, so I need to go for 2. Remaining vertex will be 0, 4. Okay, 0 and 4. And what is the cost? What is the vertex that was chosen? 2. What is the the total thing that you got? 29. You can see here the minimum cost was 14. That came in the next step. Here it was 29. That came in the next step. There's a cyclic way of doing it. Okay, that you got to keep in mind. Now the next thing. This is where majority of the students will go wrong. This is the step I was talking about. This is which one? Fourth one. Okay, step 4. What they'll do is, now just look into it. Okay, see, I've reached 2 now. Okay, I've reached 2 now. Be careful here. So this is the 2 thing I have reached. So this is my path I have reached till right here. Okay, from 2, what will people think now? Okay, what is the next thing? So what is the distance with regard to 0 now? Okay, what is the distance with regard to 0? Can I figure out that? Yes, I can figure out what is the distance with regard to 0. From 2, can I go to 0? Yes, I can go directly to 0. But here you got to keep in mind, they are told 0 to be destination. What? They are told 0 to be destination, not the initial, the in-between vertex. They're told please reach 0 at the end. Okay, they're told very clearly that you got to reach this at a very much end of it. Okay, At very much end of it only you need to go, not before that. Okay, not before that. So that you got to keep in mind. Okay, that you got to keep in mind. And what is the cost that we can sort of incur for it? And you don't have to look into this. Okay, now if you go for right from 0, from 2 to 0 means this is the simplest of things. See, you got 20 here. Okay, that is going to go from here. So 29 plus 20, this will become with regard to 49. Okay, this will become equal to 49. But one thing that you got to keep in mind, that 0 should be taken at last. So from here, what is the cost that it can incur with regard to 4? In the previous slide itself, you saw that, for 4, the cost came across around 34. Okay, came across as 34. So you're going to choose this 34 only, even though there's a direct path here. Why? Because of a very simple reason. What is that simple reason? The simple reason being that 0 should be at the last place. Okay, 0 should be very much at the last place of the destination part of it. Some people may be arguing that there is no direct path. No, there is no direct path, I know. But you should be right at the last stage. Okay, so what you can do again, now next step would be 5, 1. Okay, next thing is 2. And what is the next thing you're choosing? 4. 5, 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay, and remaining would be equal to obviously 0. Okay, it will be equal to 0. What is the vertex you have chosen? 4. And what is the cost of it? 34 will be coming right here. Okay, 34 will be coming right there. And what's the next thing? For this again, now you can now go for the entire thing right here. That what is it? T of 0 is equal to 49. Okay, and that will be the last part of it. At last, the cost of it will be whatever that is there here will be coming here, so it will become 49. Okay, so that cost of it, the minimum cost of it will be equal to 49. So this will be your minimum cost. Minimum cost equal to 49. Okay, there is a mathematical equation for it. What is the equation for it that you have figured out? Okay, distance with regard to V. Okay, remaining vertices V. Okay, remaining vertices V is what you get right here. Of course, there is a mathematical way of writing it also that you don't have to worry as of now, because if you can understand, there's no need to write that. Otherwise, you need to follow that.